Hi, I'm Sutho and welcome to my workshop. Today I'm going through the bath that I've been working on for many days now, just to see what I'm going to get out of it. I've got all this dark suspension in here, which I'm thinking is possibly silver chlorides because I was using tap water, and also I've got all the tiny little black particles. So I'm going to filter them out and see what I get. So while I'm filtering out all the electrolyte, I've got some visibility in the bottom of the plate now. And what you can see is a lot of black dust sitting on the stainless steel plate. I've still got those joints eroding out from the copper from the silver. So it looks like we're boiling this down to something. Let's keep filtering and see what we get. I've zoomed in on this shot just to show you the silver, and you can see close up that silver's going nowhere. So this process of getting old air conditioning U-bends and processing them, looks like there could be something there. Okay, the electrode's burnt off. I'll have to get that sorted out. Steel plate. Stainless steel plate, that is. A lot of copper in here still. Loads of copper. And silver. All right. Slime coming out. Okay, I don't want to add any more water to it. Just want to get all this copper and what I have is slime off the plate. Use me up for all these slimes. Okay, let's start feeding this through the filter and see what we actually get. Now I'm doing it this way so that you can see what I'm doing. Slowly and gently. This is where you need a buttoner funnel. It's getting quite thick, and this is going to take a long time to filter out. Just remember, the more clogged a filter is, the more efficient it is, but the longer it's going to take. This is what I'm getting in my filter as I'm filtering through the process. Once it gets to the bottom, you'll be able to see down here what's going on and what we're trapping. Liquid's still cloudy, so I'm going to give it another filter. Not too sure. That could be silver chloride, like I said before. This is what we're looking for. Still a bit of copper on it. And another one. Still a little bit of copper on it. Aha. And another one. So it's reducing them, it's beating them down. Still some healthy bits of copper here, but I'll get them into my yabby trap. Oh, look at it all. So I found a lot of silver and debris in the bottom here. So all this is going to get filtered out because I don't know what particles in here are which. And there is the silver. We'll get all that out. With all this copper that's plated out in the bottom, I'm certain there are particles in there of precious metals because there wasn't any isolation. And as the copper's plating in, it could be just locking in the particle because it's present, just because it's there. So all this copper is going to go into my main trap, and we'll see exactly what comes out of there. I'm not going to dismiss this as just pure copper. This isn't pure copper. Just the way that the electrolysis processes work with gravity and particles floating around, the chances are that particles could be locked in there, as I said. So I've got the last of the liquid filtering, filling up my flask from 1970s, and I've thrown all that copper into my basket. I'm far happier having all the sediment dropping to the bottom of the basket than floating around in the electrolyte. So we're back to our baskets again. Okay, so filtering out the liquid, set up this old cell again, getting this going. Got some new stainless steel plates here. You can also see that the copper is starting to adhere to the plates. So let's see how this goes. I think distance is the key. We'll see how these close stainless steel plates operate. Now, I've got my new anode weight, I call it. Big chunk of stainless steel. I've insulated it from the acid just so it's got conductivity. Okay, running at about an amp, just started it up. It's got to excite itself, get some more copper into the liquid. Oh look, 1 amp. And we'll get up there. Okay, it's 4 hours later. I've come back and all the filtering's complete. You can see the copper debris in there, chunks of silver. There's also some metals over here. And the more I zoom in, I'm starting to wonder what some of these particles are. Can you see them? Tell me what you think. The yabby trap's been sidelined for a couple of days when I get onto some finer material. Now, for those who are interested, there is debris in there. So, very interesting, to say the least. Now, with respect to this, the copper is plating out, as you can see. Working well. I've got my anode weight in here. Just give it a good bash. Gravity will keep good contact with that. That's pretty heavy. That's about 300 grams, that chunk of stainless. So, power's still running. I guess we're going to have to do an amp check and just see what's going on here. Not extremely high, but that's where you're going to get quality plating. You're not going to get dendrites and particles falling to the bottom. That's ultimately what I'm after. I don't want dendrites. getting all mixed up with my materials.